I'm going to run through a couple of the questions on this Crime Reports 1 exercise. So the important thing is, with this first question, is that you have to calculate the total number of violent crimes for every city. So not a total down at the bottom, but for every city across rows. So what are violent crimes? Murder, forcible rape, robbery, and aggravated assault. Equals that. Shift click to highlight. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing to compute the total number of violent crimes in 2011. Oh, sorry about that. Equals murder. And I'm clicked up there. I'm going to go down to the bottom, hold down Shift, edit, fill down. So that was violent crimes for both time periods. Now let's do property crimes. Oh, let me fix that. Click there, go down to the bottom, Shift, click. So now we have the property crimes for 2011. Oh, however, I'm recording a video. All right, now I have the total for property crimes and for violent crimes for both time periods. 2. What city had the greatest percent increase in violent crimes between the two periods? All right. Percent change equals the new minus the old divided by the old. I'm going to fill it down. And I'm going to change that to a percent. Can you turn off that timer, please, Harv? Thank you. And let's also do the percent change in nonviolent property crime. Again, the equals, and the formula is new minus old. Oh, whoops, that's a mistake. Equals new minus old divided by the old. And of course, a negative percent change is fine. That just means it declined. All right. Let me finish. Gotta finish. All right, and then I'm going to change this to a percentage. And I'm going to click here to put on our auto filters. So, in what city had the greatest percent increase in violent crime? Let's go for this from highest to lowest. So, the greatest percent change appears to be Thornton, Colorado. The percentage increase or decrease in violent crime for Ohio cities. We can go over here and just look at Ohio. Okay, and so here is the percent change in violent crime for Ohio cities and the percent change in property crime for Ohio cities. And so you can sort these to figure out which is the greatest and the smallest. Which city had the greatest percent increase in property crime? All right, we can find that. That last one was violent crime. Percent decrease in property crime. Okay, this is all going off the same stuff. What city had the greatest percent increase in murders? Greatest percent decrease. Well, now I'm going to go back to the full sheet because it doesn't make any sense to do calculations just on a little bit when it is just as easy to do it on everything. Same formula equals the old, which is the old. Forget how I set this up. All right, so the old is the 2011, so that's the one over here. So it's new. What am I doing here? Equals murder rate. New minus old divided by old. And that's a divide by zero error, but that's fine because it is a divide by zero problem. It was zero in one of the time periods, but we'll still go ahead and fill it down for everybody. All right, so I'm going to put those filters back on. And I'm going to change this. What was the question? What city in Ohio had the greatest increase in murders? Well, let's go from high to low. A whole bunch of divide by zero errors, but that's all right. And we just want Ohio. So, as this is ranked by percent change in murders, the city with the greatest change here, the greatest increase, is Akron. And Cincinnati had the biggest decrease. All right. And I will do this last one, and then I guess I'll leave the rest for you. I'm going to take all these off. So the last question was, or the next one, murder rates. If we want to compare how dangerous different cities are, the murder rate is the best way to do it. And it's saying during the earlier time period, the murder rate per 100,000 during the first 6 months of 2011. Okay. (2011) murder rate. The murder rate equals the number of murders in 2011 divided by the population. It looks like 0, but if we change this to number, it'll quit rounding and need more digits. Guess they must have had no murders. All right, let's see what it looks like other places. What's going on here? N2. No, so this is going to be 0 over. Yep. Oh, it's all zeros because my last filtering left all the zeros at the top. That's why. So once we get down to the bottom, or my last sorting, we'll start seeing the non-zero ones. And so that's the murder rate, and it's real small because there are not a lot of murders per individual. Let's make it per 100,000. I'm going to change the formula. Yes. And then we're going to fill this new formula down. It's not going to make a difference on the zeros, of course, but down here it'll shift the decimal point over. Make it a little neater. All right. And then we want to know highest and lowest. So we're going to highlight that, put our filters back on. And then you can rank it. And so with 30 murders per 100,000 people, that's what we have here, our winner is New Orleans. All right. So that's the first couple of questions. The technique is going to be the same on the last few. It's just going to ask you to look at murder rate in Ohio cities, which you do by filtering them out. And then this last question asks you to figure out the rate of car theft and then fill in this sentence. All right, hope this helped. See you soon.